Hello, everyone, and welcome to Minnesota Varsity League's Thursday night stream. Tonight is a big night, everybody. We have not one, not two, not three, but four games for a quadruple header in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. My name is Thunder McFadden, and I am joined by Mr. Arnie, the genius when it comes to Super Smash. How are you, boss?
Oh man, I can ask for a better intro than that. Oh, I'm excited. Earlier today at 4 o'clock, I was playing some Play vs Smash with Cado, and I guess I get to cast his game, so it's super cool. I'm excited. He's a teammate, and he goes to my school, so
Awesome.
it's gonna be fun.
Fun stuff, man. So you have, all right, so you have a lot of inside knowledge, just not into that player, but let me go over all of the matchups that we have for today. And I want you to tell me a couple of things that you're excited about as you look at not only the players, but the matchups that we have. So up first is going to be Noha going up against Cado, who you just mentioned, right? Then second, Dead Maniac going up against Haha Neat. Third, punishable by law will be taking on Yertle. And then finally, we will have Echo going up against Small Dash in our final matchup of this quadruple header. It's going to be a big night of Super Smash. Arnie, what are you excited for? What excites you about that list right there?
I'm excited to see Dead Maniac. I know he plays Sands, but he doesn't camp, which is
Mhm.
always exciting to see, right? It's always fun to see a projectile heavy character play aggressive and not be boring and not just sit and camp on the other side of the stage, right?
Mhm.
And we actually played in the tournament last year and in group stage. So it's going to be super fun. Excited to watch him and excited to watch Small Dash as well. We saw
Mhm.
him week one. Now he's returning back to the stream. We've seen him play some Terry. We've seen him play Joker. It's gonna be fun. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing better.
Can't Can't wait to get it going. You know, as you said, yes, some of these players are players that we have already seen on the stream, either this season or last season. Some of these players we haven't seen at all. So it's going to be exciting to see what they bring to the table. You know, Punishable by Law, I think that was last week, that came out with just a really outstanding performance, really dominating, right? And so as we get into these matchups, it's going to be interesting to see, okay, Yertle, what does Yertle have coming up against Punishable? Because again, I mean, last time we saw Punishable just literally laying down the law. It was pretty insane. So excited to get into these matchups. Excited to see what type of combos that these players are bringing. Do you have any, Arnie? Do you have any favorite like say players on the day of the list that you see? Aside from maybe your buddy that you were gaming with this afternoon.
I might have to say Punishable by Law. Honestly, it was really fun watching him play last week, and I
Mm-hmm.
just want to see more. I want to see more of that Pyra that he's got.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about that Pyramithra play was so dominating last week? What were some of the key things that he was doing well? Because I remember, if I remember correctly, Punishable was not switching form very often
No,
when playing the Pyramithra. Tell me about that.
yeah, so Pyra has just a little more range than Mithra. And so, even though she's slower, but because she makes up for that with range and power, Punishable by Law didn't really have to switch for combos at early percent because he could take stocks very quickly. He could take them as early as 80%. We saw that. We've seen him as early as 60% potentially, right? So killing uh wasn't difficult for Punchable by Law, and neither was mobility, which is Pyra's main weakness. Since he didn't really struggle with mobility, he didn't really have a reason to switch into Mithra, the faster, speedier, and just overall much more combo heavy character than Pyra, who's just a powerhouse and a tank.
Mhm. What type of character do you see on the other side of that? You know that Pyramithra combo being effective. Do you think it's a rangy character? Do you think it's a character that's mostly based on speed? Or do you think maybe it's one of the heavier characters like a Bowser, something that's going to stay put a little bit easier? What are your thoughts on a matchup versus, because we have seen a number of players going with that Pyramithra choice. What are your thoughts in a matchup if you're going up against that? What character are you choosing?
Um, I think it's gonna be a really hard choice. I probably think their worst matchup is going to be Pokemon Trainer, just because Pokemon Trainer has Squirtle, who is almost like Mithra in the sense that he can combo and he's super light and he's super speedy. And then there's also Ivysaur and Charizard who control the stage very well. Ivysaur is just you can't get in, very difficult to get in. And Charizard takes stocks very early. He's a big tank. And so I think that might be one of their worst matchups. But at the same time, I think because the character is still relatively new, within the past month or so they've been released, we just don't have enough matchup experience yet. We just haven't seen them in play a lot at high level tournaments, so we can't really say or make any decisions about matchups just quite yet, I feel.
Mhm. Yep, totally valid point. Totally valid point. And when you're dealing with a new character, a new agent, a new hero, and that's really with any game, a lot of times when they come out in the right hands, they're OP, right? In the right hands, they're really tough. But a lot of times, and I think that this sometimes is the case with Pyramithra, is that it is a combo that can be hard to finesse, right? If you're maybe a less experienced player, or you don't have all of your frames and all of your combos down really, really tight, it can be a difficult character to play. Am I right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really hard character to play against. Picking up the character, I think they're a fairly easy to like medium, I
Okay.
guess, when it comes to how difficult it is to pick up. But in terms of playing against them, I think it's a very difficult matchup to play against, just because of how much potential they have, right? It's
Yeah.
how much they can do. Even if they don't necessarily do it, it's always what they can, right? It's very hard keeping that in check.
Totally. And at the end of the day, what it comes down to is okay, if you come up against that character, you have to balance not only your character choice on what is going to balance out against them well, but also what are you effective with? What characters are you really good with, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do we have? Falco versus We Fit
Fit.
Trainer. Let's check out this matchup. What do you think about that?
Oh man, this is an interesting matchup. Falco is a super fast character, and so this might be a little hard for Wii Fit, but Wii Fit has really good projectiles. That's gonna keep Falco in place. So it's gonna be about how can Cade keep his distance and how can Noah close down. It's good. I feel like that's what the game is probably gonna come down to.
Looking
That was
for a
really,
side
really.
smash Lollabella right there and missed.
Yeah, so what we see Cade going for there is sometimes when you do the side B with the soccer ball, you can actually cancel it. And so
Okay.
when you cancel it, you just let the soccer ball sit, and then you can input an attack later. So it changes the trajectory of the soccer ball. And it's actually much trickier to handle.
And it's something that you can change the trajectory in midair.
Yeah,
Is that right?
it might bounce a little differently.
Oh, wow. That's huge.
Oh,
Oh,
ooh.
look at that. Cado almost SDing there, but look at that mobility.
That's a really
Noah
good
with a
forward air.
nice side smash there.
So something that Wii Fit does really well is honestly just control the area and control the stage, right? Wii Fit has really good projectiles, but one thing that
There
unfortunate
it is.
SD by Cade.
You know,
I
Cado
think
up until that point really, really having an easy time of getting back to the stage, it seemed like, but that one just getting away from him.
yeah, honestly, I think Cade just overextended there. He didn't really have there wasn't really a need to go for that, but he evens things up. We're right back where we started. 0-0, 2 stocks.
Yep, a stock apiece, and these two showing that the mobility going in with a side B there. Oh, and a projectile. Laying down
Wow.
some damage on Cado here. Nice with a side B combo and then the projectiles. Nice work.
Whew.
Oh, trying desperately to get Cado just off the edge of this stage right now.
That was unfortunate. That was really unfortunate by Noha. So what happened there was she went for the spike, right? Because Cade was trying to recover. Noah thought that she could get that spike, but unfortunately, Falco went too far, and just it was a bad angle that she tried to recover at. But
Oh, and these two just fighting off the stage and both of them getting back. What recovery out of both of these players. Insane stuff. Oh, wow.
We are playing off stage quite a
What
bit
is
in this
this?
matchup.
This, I mean, literally just playing in mid-air here, Arnie, and it's like they want to be.
Yeah, both of them are super aggressive off stage. That's not something you see a lot of. because most characters are gonna want to go for that ledge trap. Right? That was a really good
Oh,
up smash by Lalabella.
huge. We're at a stock apiece. Noha is gonna need to be very careful here as she coming up and wants to lay down some damage on Cado here. Get to the edge of the stage. Little shield action, trying for a side B there. Not quite. Oh, and is that it? Will it take the stock? Does Lalabella get back? Does.
Ooh.
Great recovery, but this is a dangerous place for Noha right now.
Oh man. See, something that does that goodness.
Oh!
That was extremely wow. I forgot. Wii Fit has a really strong forward tilt. One thing that's really weird about Wii Fit is their hitboxes, right? Wii Fit's hitboxes hit front and back. It's almost like you're stretching with the character. It's how the hitboxes are shaped. It's super funny.
That's crazy. Wow.
It was a really fun game.
Okay, so I mean, we're looking. That was a really fun game to watch. You are totally right. I mean, these two, they played on the stage, I think, for only about 50% of that matchup. Tell me, Arnie, why is that aggressive play out of these two when you have the Wii Fit trainer going up against the Falco? Why are these two so aggressive in that way and it leads them off the stage? Why? Explain that to me. Why are they fighting right at that very moment where they're about to SD?
Both of them are trying to go for spikes. So both the recoveries, like Falco's takes like maybe 2.5 seconds to start up before Falco shoots up, right? Whereas Wii Fit's is a little slow and just kind of slowly goes up there. But both recoveries are pretty bad. And that's why both characters are trying to spike. That's what they were trying to do. But one thing is that would be helpful for both players is to not run off the stage and do a down air. Is to run off the stage, jump back onto the stage, and while you're jumping back onto the stage, do a down air. That way you don't go off stage and take an unnecessary risk of being edge guarded, and you still maintain stage control, which would be huge because a lot of times in that game, we saw both characters giving up stage control very frequently and giving up that potential to ledge trap. And ledge trapping with both those characters is very, very good. Both characters have a very good ledge trapping ability.
Yeah.
So
fantastic analysis yet again out of Arnie. Great stuff. I mean, these two in the matchup, yes, you make fantastic points. The stage control and the edge control really making a difference throughout the matchup. I mean, this was totally even the whole way. And that final stock going the way of Cado. Do we see a character switch on either side?
Yes, we do.
On the side of Noha, the Sephiroth. Tell me about this matchup, Arnie.
I think this is a weird matchup, but I do think Sephiroth, I think it's even or slightly in Sephiroth's favor. Sephiroth has the longest sword in the game. I mean, it's absurd. Like, look at him holding it.
Yeah, that is crazy. And so how does the mobility of this character compare to Falco?
So Sephiroth actually has 2 forms. So this is his base form, which is still pretty mobile. It's not slow, but it's like there's obviously could be better. And then when Sephiroth is in danger like this, you see him get 1 winged form. And now his mobility and attack speed is faster. So right here, and he gains a 3rd jump. So right here, Sephiroth is a very good character.
Oh, but that
was
3rd jump not coming into play there as it goes down a stock, unfortunately. Oh, Cado sitting super high in the percentages, but oh, there it is. There is that elimination. Was that just a side smash right there?
Yeah, that was just a raw side smash.
Oh, and a rough one too.
Yeah, Sephiroth's swords takes up so much of the stage. Like, it is hard to get by for sure.
Absolutely wild, these two. Noha, she's trying to get back to the stage here. Has that wing form right now, yeah?
Yeah. So one thing about wing form is that it disappears after Noha gets the stock. So let's say Sephiroth kills Wii Fit right here. The 1 winged form actually disappears. Oh, okay. So this is a little complicated. Sephiroth's side B is a curse. And what that means is you put like 1 to 5 spirits rotating around the player. And so it deals damage after like 5-10 seconds. And so what happened was the Wii Fit got hit by the projectile, the red flame. And that led to Cade being very close to the blast zone. And right when the spirit orbs exploded and that led to the kill because he was so close to the blast zone.
Look at this. Oh, wow. These two neck and neck. It is anybody's matchup right here. Oh, wow. Oh, as Noha goes for a down B, not quite. Shielding back onto the stage and trying to get Cado off here. Oh, but a response. Big response from Cado there.
Oh, my. This is really good ledge trapping by Cado. He's mixing up his... Oh.
Oh! Not quite able to get back to the ledge. Noha goes down. Oof. Another super tight matchup though, Arnie.
Yeah, both games have been really close. But one thing that Cade, and the thing that's winning him the game is his ability to ledge trap in very difficult situations, right? This is an intense situation. The game kind of depends on it, last hit. And right here, he's dash dancing and then goes for the grab. That was really good because it confused Noha. She didn't know what Cade was gonna do. Was Cade gonna grab? Was he gonna attack? Was he gonna do something else? Because he was so ambiguous with his movements, Noha just kept shielding, which is the safe option. But Cade grabbed, which beats shield.
And at the end of the day, a lot of that is what it's going to come down to, too, right? Is that sort of that misdirection, using everything that is at your disposal as we get right back into it. This is game 3. It's match point in favor of Cado here.
Yeah. This is an interesting matchup for sure. I think that Noha should definitely try to use Sephiroth's side B more. The curse marks. Like that. Just like that. You see the one rotating orb around Cade. And then it explodes. So you can actually stack them up to 5.
Okay. And so each time you connect with that side B, it's going to link on like that.
Yes, and also how long you charge it. So let's say you just do a quick flick, that's only going to be 1 orb, but you hold it down longer, and you can get up to 3 orbs in just one. Yeah.
Oh, big stock for Noha right off the get. Look at that. Huge. That is what she needed to get this third game going right here.
Oh, and she gets the curse. This is looking good.
Oh, huge. Look at that.
One thing that Noha should try and go for is potentially set up for shield breaks, because Cade shields whenever he gets hit by the curse. And so, because the curse does a lot of shield damage, if Noha was to do a down smash, Sephiroth down smash, just like that, it would break shield. And that would be a free stock at a super early percent. That was really nice coming out from Cade. He's doing a really good.
What were you gonna say?
Cade is doing a really good job of whiff punishing. So if Noha misses an attack, Cade is in the right position to counter it, which takes a lot of practice to get that spacing down.
Yeah, definitely. As somebody who only just really started getting into this game and playing, these combos are massively impressive.
What a snipe! Wow, that was a really sick soccer ball snipe from Cade.
And a huge stock right now. Noha then now at the disadvantage. Noha with that first stock coming out super strong, and now a little bit on her heels. She needs a stock as soon as possible. Maybe it's a side B right here, something to get Cado off this stage and even things back up at a stock apiece. But Cado, the recovery, seriously, on both of these players, but particularly Cado, is just super impressive.
Yeah. Cado's doing a really good job of drifting and air dodging, right? So he air dodged through the projectile, but then he drifts back so he doesn't get hit by Noha's attack. Oh,
and an SD, that, oof. Noha right now sitting at that 90%, though. Cado, I bet, is feeling in a pretty comfortable position and has really played comfortable this whole game. On stage, off stage, finding ways to even just use those simple side smashes and not do anything crazy, but to get Noha on her heels. And there it is. There's the final stock, and that's the game. It has been all Cado in this first matchup, and it goes to Cado with the win.
Yeah, that was really good from Cado, keeping Noha off stage, right? And being able to switch up the way that he traps Cado traps Noha at the ledge.
So we saw side smash there, and is that the soccer ball? That's the side B?
Yeah. So right here, then he dashes back and then just does an F tilt. He knew that Lalabella was gonna try and just come in right at him. He knew that she was just gonna charge right in, and so he just sat still and hit the forward tilt right there. It was really good timing.
And that's that. Yeah, I mean, just a true lesson in how to read your opponent right there. Cado just Noha, she had so many things coming to the table, bringing so much to the stage, and it just seemed like Cado had an answer for every single thing, right? It in the matchup to me. Now, I'm going to let you tell me your take here, Arnie, but it really felt like there was never so much a point where Cado was like going out ahead and being aggressive and being in your face. It was more this kind of patience that I saw, this reading what was going on with Noha and just knowing, okay, even if I get down a little bit here, I know that I can get a frame or two ahead and try to land something. That's what I saw.
Yeah. So Cado did a really good job of just predicting Noha's landings. Whenever Noha was landing, if Cado saw that Noha was trying to land with an attack or some kind of hitbox, Cado would just shield. And so then he could punish it. If he saw that Noha wasn't going to do an attack, then he would just grab. So Cado was mixing up how he would punish, and sometimes he wouldn't punish, right? Sometimes he would just sit back and not punish, and that's part of the conditioning. Because if you always get punished for landing in a particular way, you're going to be forced to change how you land, right? And that's what happened. Noha was uncomfortable, I think is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Cado was just doing a really good job of punishing the landings.
You know, you're right. I think the reactions, yes, punishing the landings, punishing at the ledge, and also just, I mean, I don't know. There was something about the way that Cado played. It was almost this kind of mentality of like a great defense is your best offense, really, right? It just felt like it wasn't so much like constantly being in shield or constantly playing defensively. It was just having that mindset, right, of knowing, okay, as long as I'm patient and as long as I have kind of just a little bit of a defensive sort of forethought as I'm going into this, then everything just sort of transpired for Cado. Really, really impressive stuff. 3-0. I mean, a great effort from Noha. But at the end of the day, Cado taking the dub. Big ups and GG's to both players. That's round number one, or game number one of our quadruple header down, folks. We're going to take a very brief break, and we will be back at you with our second matchup. Going to be Dead Maniac taking on Haha Neat. We'll see you in a second, folks.